Good evening. You're tuned in to EmoNews every moment online. In tonight's headlines, Calypso season set to begin as association confirms eliminations for December 13. High-level meeting and site tour advance progress on Dominica's International Airport project. Business Training Center launches BTC Trade School. Dominica China Friendship Hospital receives solar energy system. Cricket West Indies congratulates Dr. Kishore Shalu on election and ministerial appointment. And Narendra Modi and Vladimir Putin embrace before talking trade at India-Russia summit. These stories and more coming up next. Stay with us.
New game in town. Get ready to match 5 and you can win 10K. Let's go. Play with just $2. Match 5 numbers from 1 to 29 to win. Draws every Wednesday and Saturday at 9 p.m. It's easy, fun, and local. Match 5, your local jackpot game. Dominican National Lottery.
And welcome back, everyone. I'm your presenter, Rick Francis, and this is a news broadcast for the 5th of December, 2025. In local news this evening, the Ministry of Agriculture, in partnership with the FAO, has been conducting an island-wide scoping mission from 28th November to 2nd December 2025 as part of the Pandemic Fund project, strengthening prevention, preparedness, and response for emerging health threats in the Eastern Caribbean. This initiative will help boost Dominica's resilience in 3 key areas, such as surveillance, laboratory systems, workforce development. A major focus is improving disease monitoring and information sharing between the One Health sectors. The mission will also support the rollout of the FAO's EMAI Plus disease reporting tool and further develop Dominica's National Animal Identification, Registration and Traceability System, that is NAITS. FAO experts met with key government partners to assess national needs and guide next steps. On Thursday, 4th of December, Dominica hosted the 5th National Climate Outlook Forum at the Prevo Cinema under the theme Safeguarding Health and Lives Against Dust and Climate Impacts. The forum brought together key stakeholders from across various sectors to examine the growing challenges posed by Saharan dust, pollutants, and shifting climate patterns, and to strengthen national preparedness systems. Participants explored several topics such as the impacts of Saharan dust and air pollutants on public health, a detailed review of the 2025 wet hurricane season, the official 2025-2026 dry season forecast presented to support planning and risk reduction, opportunities for deeper intersectoral collaboration to address climate-related health vulnerabilities, and a shared platform for best practices, insights, and climate health strategies. Through experts' presentations, interactive discussions, and collaborative planning sessions, the forum equipped stakeholders with practical guidance aimed at reducing health risks and strengthening Dominica's resilience against dust events, pollutants, and broader climate impacts. Permanent Secretary Joanne Commodore of the Ministry of National Security and Legal Affairs highlighted several advancements made by the Dominica Meteorological Office in monitoring and forecasting climate-related hazards.
The National Outlook Forum is an important platform where the Dominican Health Services and, of course, brings stakeholders together to discuss seasonal climate forecasts. There was a year the focus was on agriculture, and this year the focus is on health. The Met Service has, over the years, been increasing and strengthening its climate products. And of course, that is usually done in collaboration with the strengthening of our ODM products. Over the last years, we have done regularly upgraded seasonal and sub-seasonal climate forecasts, sector-specific climatic outlooks, improved rainfall and temperature monitoring, and more detailed assessments of environmental hazards such as Saharan dust, drought, flooding, and tropical cyclone behavior. Through collaborations with the Caribbean Institute for Meteorology and Hydrology and the Calypso program, the Dominica Met Service has improved its ability to translate raw climate data into information that sectors can actually use for planning.
Honorable Kent Edwards, Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Social Services, also delivered brief remarks, emphasizing that access and accurate and timely climate information is a critical milestone in protecting public health and supporting national preparedness efforts.
Your support is helping Dominica take important steps towards more resilient and better prepared health system. As we all know, climate change is no longer a distant threat. Rising temperatures, shifting rainfall patterns, droughts, Saharan dust events have very real consequences for asthma, allergies, water quality, vector-borne disease, and overall well-being for our people. This is why accurate, timely climate information is so essential. Today, we celebrate a key milestone in that partnership, the development of health-focused climate products, including tailored Saharan dust advisories. These tools will help our clinics, schools, community prepare early and protect the vulnerable and guide the public health action long before cases reach our hospitals.
The Calypso season is fast approaching, and the Dominica Calypso Association has provided an update on what fans can expect this year. Eliminations are officially scheduled for 13th of December 2025, marking the start of the highly anticipated competition. Public Relations Officer Peter Letang assured the public that there will indeed be Calypso this season, despite recent controversy surrounding the event. He confirmed that over 26 Calypsonians have already registered for the elimination round, signaling strong interest and participation in the art form. Letang also encouraged the public to come out and show their support for Calypso, noting its cultural importance and long-standing role in Dominican entertainment.
I sit here elated and humbled to represent Calypso this time, not as a musician, but as a member of this prestigious association, the Dominica Calypso Association. Before the controversy, we have heard, I understand that there was love, we were not doing another season, but I sit here proud and confident, telling you all that we will have a Calypso season. And we will have a Calypso season with a difference. So far, 29 Calypsonians have registered. 21 Calypsonians have practiced. So we already have an relationship. The band comprises of the majority of the musicians of last year, with the exception of Mr. Peter Later, who is being replaced by Colonel Philip on keyboards. On guitar, we have Jerry Muller, and on bass, we have Mr. Timothy. I was present at the rehearsal last night, and what I can say, the songs I heard are very, very entertaining. I am confident that we're going to have a very good 2026 Calypso season. In the elimination so far, we have 4 finalists in the name of Son of the Saints, Jamawi, Liberator, Mighty. I'm not going to let anymore, but for now, that's what I know. 4 finalists. And mystery, so we have some big guns in the eliminations. Plus, we have our entertaining guns. And all those who want to contribute in some way or the other to the Calypso art form. Yes, so people, I just want to tell you, for this Calypso season 2026, we need the support of Dominica, we need the support of all of you to support Calypso. It's an art form that can make a difference to our carnival, as you all know. No Calypso, no carnival. Correct. So, we're just looking forward to the support from everybody, media houses, Drop Calypso as much as possible. Do whatever it is you can do to assist the art form, patrons, everybody. Let's just do whatever it takes to make our Calypso 2026 a success. DJs, all those who can contribute to pushing Calypso. Let's do that for 2026. Thank you.
Here is a taste of what to expect by Rina Mystery Prosper. Also in local news this evening, a high-level meeting was held on Thursday involving the contractors of Dominica's International Airport project, officials from the Civil Aviation Department, representatives from the ministry, and other key stakeholders. The session focused on reviewing the site's layout and other critical components of the project as construction progresses. Director General of the Eastern Caribbean Civil Aviation Authority, ECCAA, Mr. Anthony Whittier, was also present. He outlined the purpose of his visit to Dominica and reaffirmed ECCAA's commitment to working closely with all stakeholders to ensure that Dominica delivers an airport that meets international aviation standards.
This is certainly a pride project for the Commonwealth of Dominica. We have had regular meetings with the team, the airport development company, the ministry officials, as well as the contractor, Chinese Railway. What we do is we meet to look at the detailed designs, the various schematics and flows, and to advise on meeting the international standards. Because this is a new bill, we would expect, and as so far the Commonwealth is delivering on expectations, which is to build this to meet international standards. So that's our key role here, to advise on that and to ensure that when this is finished, it really meets international standards and exceeds international standards. So I would really like to state at the end of this project that there were no deviations, there were no shortcuts. Everything was done to meet international standards, and possibly this could be the first airport in the region that Dominica could say we met all international standards when it comes to building an international aerodrome. So we wish Dominica all the best in this endeavor, and of course we are here committed to the project and will ensure that we work side by side with all the stakeholders.
Following the meeting, officials conducted a tour of the project site in Wesley. CEO overseeing the development of Dominica's new international airport, Mr. Samuel Johnson, reported that construction remains on schedule. He provided a brief overview of the ongoing works and key project milestones.
We're tracking very positively. We're slightly ahead of schedule, and you could see from your drive to the site, a lot of the platform has already been completed. Yeah, where we're standing right now is the at the entrance to the terminal. So if you can imagine, you're going to fly out. Your car will be dropping you off right where we're standing right now, and to the right of me would be your parking lot. The designs that we have ensure that the parking lot is like in close proximity to the terminal. So it'll be a drop off, and there's a covered walkway to the terminal, and no long type of walk. It's very convenient. Yeah. Where we're also standing, if you look at the top here, you'll see that there's the entire slope has been graded, because where we're standing used to be a mountain, or by Dominican standards, a hill. In other countries, a mountain. But we had to blast this thing down to get to the finish level that we're on. I mean, it was so tall we had to relocate. Either Digicel or Flow had their telecommunications tower on it, so that had to be relocated to be able to blast and cut.
Ambassador and advisor for Dominica, Mr. Benoit Badil, also gave assurances during the visit, stating convincingly that the airport will be delivered in 2027.
We are well on our way to having an international airport.
And Mr. B, are you confident that 2027 is not just Samuel Johnson, but it's a reality?
No, I'm very confident. I'm very confident that we are going to have this airport, except we have something major happen in terms of natural issues.
Officials emphasize that engagements of this nature are essential to maintaining safety, quality, and compliance as Dominica advances one of its most transformative national development projects. Business Training Center Inc., BTC, in partnership with Training Express UK, has launched the BTC Trade School, an initiative designed to equip Dominican youth with practical, employable technical skills. The new institution will offer certification programs in construction trades, refrigeration and air conditioning, auto mechanics, healthcare, and financial security. Training will be delivered through evening online classes and in-person sessions with on-the-job experience. BTC Director Lucia Stedman says the goal is to give young people marketable skills and create new pathways to employment and entrepreneurship in Dominica.
Yes, we're very, very excited at Business Training Center to announce that Business Training Center, in collaboration with Training Express in the UK, has officially launched the BTC Trade School. This is a vocational training segment designed to equip Dominicans with in-demand technical skills. We've been delivering quality education for over 2 decades, and now we're expanding our mission to address Dominica's growing need for skilled tradespeople. Some of the courses that we are offering is in areas such as construction trades, construction and building trades, which include building, plumbing, electrical technician, welding, land surveying, and cost estimation. We're offering courses in mechanical and automotive trades, which is refrigeration and air conditioning, HVAC, car and motorbike mechanic, solar and thermal energy systems. We are also launching healthcare, which is the diploma in nursing and patient care, phlebotomy and medical administration, anti-money laundering for financial security, and compliance and risk management. These are all areas where there's real demand for workers, both here in Dominica and across the Caribbean. You can find us by walking into our office on 72 Independence Street, Roseau, or you can visit our website at www.btcdominica.com/BTC Trade School, or you can send us a WhatsApp at 767-612-0205, or you can follow us on Facebook. Any question you may have, just go to Facebook and follow our page, and we will respond to you immediately.
The trade school will feature internationally recognized course content through Training Express in the UK, QAHE accreditation, Pearson testing services, and BTC's long-standing experience, including its work on the Canadian-funded LEAF project, which has already supported more than 100 young Dominicans. Registration is now open. The Ministry of Health, Wellness and Social Services officially handed over a photovoltaic solar system at the Dominica, China Friendship Hospital. The system, which generates electricity from sunlight using solar panels, is part of the ministry's ongoing efforts to promote renewable energy and sustainable operations. The ceremony was held today, Friday, December 5th, in the amphitheater of the hospital. And finally, in local news this evening, Progressism 2026 was launched yesterday under the theme Bridging Caribbean and African Excellence, Progress Without Borders. Founder of the Progressive Mind, Lizra Fabian, explained this year's concept.
Even at work, at the time when I worked at the chamber, Kevin and I always brainstorm on, how can we do something better? How can we improve on what we're doing? And after some time, Progressism was born. Now, a lot of people say, Progressism, what kind of word is that? That's not even a word. I hear people say that. I've read comments that people is like, what kind of nonsense is that? Progressism? Well, Progressism is a being or the embodiment of progress. And I believe that everyone who is here today embodies that in one way or another. Those of you who are looking online, I believe and I hope that you're embodying that in different parts of your life. So it's not just progressing in work or careers, but also in our personal lives, day by day, taking some steps to ensure that we could be better individuals.
This year's edition of Progressism will be a summit and also an experience, with the summit taking place on January 11 at the Inter-Caribbean Hotel, while the experience will happen from the 12th to the 14th with exciting things in store.
So we have Progressism the Summit, which is January 11, and Progressism the Experience, January 12th to 14th. Now at Progressism the Summit, we have a lineup of leaders, thinkers, innovators, policymakers, storytellers, visionaries. We've curated a list of speakers we believe that are very inspirational from Dominica, across the region, and the globe. Of course, keeping with our theme, Bridging Caribbean and African Brilliance, Progress Without Borders. And we'll be able to visit some of the aspiring, well, not just aspiring, but the innovative entrepreneurs in Dominica. And for those who even who would come to Progressism, who want to connect with those who are coming into Dominica, we hope to create that space for you to interact. It's not just an event, it's connections. And when we connect, we have no idea the possibilities of it. So even just going to one event, someone could get a contract that could serve them for many years. And I'm sure that several of you would have understood. But do understand this because you've experienced it in your own life. We also have a number of major projects happening in Dominica, and we also will be getting some insight into them. So those who join us, those who come to Dominica, and those who are in Dominica who also want to be part of this grouping, we look forward to creating that space for you as well.
Past progressives spoke of the experience at Progressism 2025.
About Progressism is just the energy there and the feeling that you're surrounded by all these people who are not thinking about what's stopping the idea from working out, but rather how the idea is going to work out. They're not even really questioning whether it is possible. Obviously, there's a practicality, but just being in a room filled with people like that changes your mindset on whatever your goal is.
We have so many dreams that go beyond the borders of our parishes, our villages, our community. And what I particularly liked about Progressism 2025, trying to make sure I don't move ahead so quickly, is the concept of going for gold. I mean, I literally stole that, going for gold, living life as if it's golden. And Fiona said something that really resonated with me, that when I came back from Progressism, I printed it out and I said, on days that it matters the most, me, Natasha Yiloilabad, I am going to show up and I'm going to be dangerous.
Yeah.
A special invitation is extended to all to be part of Progressism 2026 Summit and Experience. This is the 5th edition of the event. And this brings us to the end of local news this evening. Stay tuned for regional news coming up next.
We're at the different phases in life. We move at a different pace. All we need is to be supported. Cause when the baby's coming, business needs revamping, the new job starting, and you need an outfit. Let momentum hook you up. Momentum will hook you up. The wedding's planning, rent due dates coming. Momentum is your support financing. Let momentum hook you up. Momentum will hook you up.
And now for regional news this evening. Prime Minister Gaston Brown has rolled out new measures to support vulnerable families in Antigua and Barbuda. They include an expanded food voucher program, continued school meals and uniform support, utility subsidies for nearly 7,000 pensioners, and aid for over 1,600 households, backed by a 10 million PDVCAB investment in transport. 1.1 million in fuel vouchers has been issued to nearly 200 bus operators to keep commuter costs stable. To ease the cost of living, the government is maintaining zero tax on essential foods, continuing fuel and electricity subsidies, suspending tariffs on key staples, and partnering with Guyana to lower supermarket prices. Meanwhile, CARICOM is pushing ahead with financial sector modernization, a forum in Trinidad and Tobago in advancing work on cross-border payments and digital financial systems to build a more integrated and resilient regional economy. Efforts to modernize CARICOM's financial sector are gaining momentum as regional central banks, regulators, and private sector leaders push to align the Caribbean's financial systems with global standards. A two-day forum in Port of Spain is focusing on improving cross-border payments and building a more inclusive and digitally advanced financial ecosystem. Officials highlighted progress in digital currency pilots, payment innovations, and cooperation among stock exchanges, while calling for a unified regional approach. Speakers stressed the need for strong financial integrity, cybersecurity, and consumer protection as CARICOM upgrades its infrastructure. The discussions, ranging from real-time payments to digital settlement, are expected to help create a more integrated financial system across the region. And that's all for regional news this evening. Stay tuned for international news coming up next. And now for international news. 4 people were killed when the US military struck a suspected drug boat in the Eastern Pacific. the 22nd such target under the Trump administration's anti-trafficking campaign. Video shows the vessel engulfed in flames after a missile hit, and U.S. Southern Command says the men aboard were narco-terrorists moving drugs along a known route. The strike comes as earlier operations face scrutiny, including a September attack that killed 11 people and is now under investigation for possible violations of international law. Democrats warn the footage suggests potential war crimes, while Republicans defend the missions as legal and necessary. The incident deepens the debate over the legality and ethics of U.S. strikes on suspected drug smuggling vessels. President Vladimir Putin received a red carpet welcome in New Delhi for the 23rd India-Russia summit, with Prime Minister Narendra Modi greeting him on the tarmac. Talks centered on boosting defense, nuclear, energy, and trade ties, with bilateral trade nearing $69 billion. Russia's ratification of the RELOS Pact will allow mutual military logistics and port access. Both leaders discussed cooperation in space and AI and called for peace, including efforts towards resolving the Ukraine conflict. India defended its reliance on discounted Russian oil, now almost 40% of imports, despite U.S. criticism. The summit reaffirmed the strength of India-Russia ties even as India expands partnership with the West. And that's all for international news this evening. Stay tuned for the sports segment after this message. And now for the sports segment. The opening match of the Windward Islands 23 and Under series in Dominica was affected by rain, reducing the game to 25 overs per side. St. Lucia won the toss and sent Dominica in to bat. The Nature Boys started positively, with captain Stephen Pascal scoring 42 and Luvio Charles added 33. But wickets fell quickly and Dominica were all out for 139. Key bowling figures for St. Lucia included Aaron Joseph, 3 for 19, and Keon Gaston, 2 for 16. Chasing 140, St. Lucia lost a few early wickets, but Jaden Ellibox's commanding 87 not out guided his team to victory in 16.2 overs, finishing on 140 for 5. Other contributors included Tariq Edward, 25. Dominica's bowlers fought hard with notable performances from Delaney Alexander, 2 for 15, and Kyron Phillip, 2 for 18. With this win, St. Lucia takes the series lead, while Dominica aims to bounce back in the next match. Cricket West Indies CWI formally extends sincere congratulations to Dr. Kishore Shallow, President of the Cricket West Indies, on his election as a Member of Parliament for the constituency of North Leeward and appointment as Minister of Tourism and Maritime Affairs in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. His election reflects the strong confidence placed in his leadership, integrity, and long-standing commitment to national and regional development. Dr. Shallow's achievement places him within a distinguished cadre of cricket administrators who have also served at the highest levels of public office. He now joins other sitting International Cricket Council (ICC) full member board directors who are serving members of parliament in their respective countries, as well as other esteemed West Indian professionals who have held public office while simultaneously serving on the CWI board and committees. The board and staff remain confident that Dr. Shallow will continue to contribute meaningfully to the progress of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and the wider Caribbean community. The organization looks forward to ongoing collaboration in advancing the development of cricket and promoting excellence throughout the region. And this wraps up the sports segment this evening. Stay tuned for the weather report from the Dominica Meteorological Service. And this brings us to the end of tonight's news broadcast for the 5th of December 2025. I'm your presenter, Rick Francis. On behalf of the entire newscast, we say thank you for viewing. This has been Emo Nightly News, every moment online. Good night.